Do 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 do. Hey everyone, Cynics here, and I'm back for another one of my Patreon weekly streams. I should say Patreon supported weekly stream, whatever you want to call it. It's all thanks to my wonderful little patrons. So this week, as you can see, I was just kind of warming up a little bit while I was talking in the chat. I was chatting a little bit, warming up. This is kind of what I had going. I forgot to get rid of it. But anyway, this week, I think what we'll try to do is possibly some Berserk fan art. And that feels kind of daunting to me because I actually really like the show, or I shouldn't say the show. Well, the show's great too, but I really like the manga Berserk. So we're going to see how it goes, and hopefully something good will come out. But I do have high standards, so who knows? I think maybe I will just keep warming up a little bit. As always, feel free to comment in the chat. And if you have a question, just write question in all capitals or whatever, something that grabs the eye. Write question first and then just type in your question, and hopefully I'll see it and answer. But yeah, let me just warm up a little bit more. It's been a long day, and I'm trying to get my art groove back. So yeah, Berserk. It was, I think, one of the first animes I really got into. I remember I watched it before I was into art. Um, Probably when I was still in the teenage years is when I first saw it, and I really loved it. And yeah, I don't know why, because I am generally not a fan of fantasy art. I could say fantasy, anything fantasy realm. I was never a fan of like reading the Lord of the Rings books or Wheel of Time or any of that stuff. But for some reason, I saw Berserk and I just really liked the story. It was just really, I don't know, weird, I guess. It's very violent. It's very just, I don't know. It's unlike anything else that I know of, so that's why it's so great. Anyway, um, so yeah, I'm just gonna warm up a little bit more. I got some reference pictures of my Berserk stuff here, ready to go when I'm ready for that. Maybe I can try drawing some Berserk faces. So obviously, I don't want to go too anime with it. I'm looking at the face. I'm trying to pick out the different qualities of his face. Obviously, he's got the very distinctive haircut, and I like it personally in the later part of the series where he has the white spot in his hair, kind of like this. Because I love that little whole sub, I don't know what you want to call it, the whole like storyline of his crazy armor that just steals his age and his life. But anyway, yeah, we got some crazy faces, and he's got like pointy ears for whatever reason. Other features, it looks like his jaw is very square at the bottom. Um, yeah, let's see what we could do. I'll just try drawing a little bit and then I'll come back to the reference. So let me get a nice clean spot going. All right. So let's see. I'm just gonna kind of mask it out like I normally do. So he's got like a man. I There's one thing I'm not really great at drawing. It's very manly men. I've never been good at it. Like I'm not a good kind of comic book artist because my men are always kind of girly. I don't know. I don't have that good comic book strength to any of my work. So you can see I'm rusty right now. I'm still warming up, but hopefully it goes well. Um, I tend to make my necks too thin for a manly man, and I do all kinds of stuff like that. And I never got used to making my chins and jaws properly strong. So there we go. I want to make sure the ears always have like a little bit of a point to them at the top. Um, I don't know what's another good quality about him. I think the hairline's pretty standard. Obviously, at the top you got like the little spiky parts. I'm not doing much rendering right now, but I'm just trying to get used to the character itself. So the nose is, I'd say the nose is kind of strong. It's definitely got like a roundness to it. It's not overly interesting one way or the other. Obviously, he does have a lot of scars and stuff. I remember he's got the one on his nose. That's an important one from the storyline. Let me make it a little smaller there. Like a little cut above the nose, somewhere on the bridge of the nose. And yeah, I think that'll work out. So the eyes, I don't know. We'll keep them pretty simple and small. It's not exactly a wide-eyed character. It's very serious all the time. What do the eyebrows look like? Let me double check that real fast. What do we got? Oh, yeah, heavy eyebrows. Okay. Actually, these eyes just don't feel intense enough. I'm making them look, I don't know, not quite right. So we're just gonna, but then again, I don't care that much yet. I'm just kind of getting used to the face. Okay. So let's just say the eyebrows are very heavy. Not heavy, like heavy, angry, whatever you want to say. Real mad, maybe a furrowed brow, something with a lot of creases in it. Because obviously he's angry. He's berserk. And he tends to, I think I saw that his cheekbones, he kind of has that whole thing going where the cheeks kind of just collapse into the jawline. It's a very angry look. Question from Zorgate. It's, why do you press freaking Control Z so much? It's a really, really bad habit. It might be. I don't know. Yeah, you can tell how good I'm drawing by how much I'm pressing it. If I'm pressing it a lot, it means I'm not drawing that well. I guess it's a bad habit, but I'm so used to drawing with pen and not, erasing stuff. So there's just a certain amount of feeling out that I get to do when I'm doing digital that I don't normally get to do. So I don't know. I don't have a good answer. It's just, I can't help it. And now with the microphone I'm using right now, you guys can hear it. You guys can hear that nice clicking every time I draw a line. So I don't know. I don't know what to tell you on that one. We'll see how it goes, but I kind of like using it a lot because it makes drawing less a mechanical thing for a while and lets you focus just on getting what you want on the page. And when I do it with pen, which I normally do, it becomes a more mechanical thing. But yeah, who knows? I don't know. These eyes don't look like proper Guts eyes, but that's fine. I think his mouth is kind of wide. Maybe this whole face is just a little... Yeah, his nose is a lot pointy, like higher, I believe. Is it? I don't know. We're gonna figure it out. I'm just gonna keep undoing as much as I can. Okay. Man, this doesn't look like him. Let's see. I mean, obviously it would be like a bald version, so you gotta use your imagination. But still not quite right. He does have a very wide mouth for whatever reason. It's looks like a scroll or something. He does not look like Guts. Looks like an alien. Okay. That's fine. We're gonna keep drawing faces until we get one that looks proper. So I'm not super worried about it. Once again, let's look at our reference. Okay. The jaw, I don't feel like the jawline is right at all. He starts to look like Mr. Clean right now. I don't know what I feel about that. Like angry Mr. Clean. He's ready to really clean things up. It's a gritty reboot. Yeah, I think I like that side more. That kind of weird, that weird look to it. Okay, maybe. We'll see. So, that's one example of face. I don't really like it that much, to be honest. I mean, you guys can feel free to give crits and things. Let me know if you see what I'm doing wrong, because that's always fun. Question: how do you think content that you like drawing has changed as you've gotten older, better at art? And that's from William Kerr. That's actually a pretty good question. I think the things I like to draw has changed dramatically. Because when I was starting out, it was a lot of, I don't know, it was super actiony, like very, everything had to have like blood and, it had to be super, like silly, crazy guns. Everyone's doing something actiony. There's a lot of violence kind of themed. And the content was, well, it wasn't really focused on doing something challenging. Everyone looked very pretty and clean, I guess you can say. And then as you get older, you just want to draw things that are more challenging to you. But you also, I find myself more interested in things that I didn't even care about, things like fantasy stuff or just other genres because it's challenging. Obviously, I'm doing stuff like landscapes in my free time too, which is definitely not something I ever thought I would be doing when I was younger. Like landscape, like plein air painting. I don't know why, but when you're young, it just doesn't seem fun. But when you're older, it seems really fun. I don't know. I find myself heavily inspired by artists I admire. Let me see. Let me check this real fast. Oh, he's got such a small forehead, actually, now that I look at it. Super tiny. Just real tiny ass forehead. Just heavy creasing in here. But the forehead, I would say comes down to, like, his hairline comes down to, like, here. Judging from those drawings. Oh man, I don't like the way that brush is treating me. This looks really weird. So he's got like this dumb haircut. I never actually liked his haircut that much. That was the one thing I never liked about Berserk in general was his haircut seemed really just stupid. Man, that okay. For the record, this does not look good. I just want to make sure you guys know that I understand that. But I just want to get something there. So it's like, okay, that's a starting point, and then I can go back and fix it, and then the next drawing. Anyway, that nose really bothers me. I agree, and the nose bothers me too. I don't know if did I mention that the purpose for doing Berserk? I don't know if I did. I can't remember already. But anyway, on my little Patreon page, I like to do random little contests. I don't know. I just pick a random person using a number generator, and I ask them for like a topic or something. So I quickly asked what people, or I did a little random drawing to ask someone what they would like me to draw. If I could draw any fan art of any single thing, what would it be? And he picked Berserk, which is cool because I like Berserk. Um, but it's also, yeah, like I said, it's a little too much because I have strong feelings about it, and I don't feel like can do it justice unless I'm really focused on it, which is hard to do when you're streaming. You just got like an open mouth now. This mouth is too tiny though. Hold on. But we're gonna have fun. I'm gonna have some fun tonight. We're gonna make something good. It's a guarantee. We're gonna make something good before this is over. These eyes, I think they're too far apart. Well, for starters, let's just pretend he's at the point where he only has one eye. Spoilers. But so that lessens what I have to do a little bit. Okay. His eye is like super sunken in. Well, I don't know. He kind of looks more like the Doom guy than the guts, but that's fine. Profit. I can pronounce things. Profit has a question. Did line weight come naturally to you while drawing, or was it something you had to practice? I don't think I ever practiced it, so yes, it is something that I find very natural. I don't know why. It feels like a very intuitive thing. Things like line weight. But, you know, I don't know if it's... I'm sure it's not like that for everyone. I'm not really sure. I'm gonna... Oh my god. Okay. Let's do a different one. Where'd this bud come from? I don't remember drawing that. Okay, I'm gonna do a different one real fast. So that one sucks, but that's fine. We're gonna draw faces. I'm gonna do it more energetic, okay? That's my goal. I'm gonna try to be more lively, more energetic, just have fun with it. So let's see, what did I learn? I learned that the forehead can be pretty small, so that's fine. That's a good one. I learned that the heavy creasing on the whole brow area, so that's another one. Eyebrows heavy. Once again, I'm factoring everything in as I do a drawing, so the next time I need to do it, I can make it better. Just do it faster, and you know it'll be great, right? That's the goal. Okay. Wide mouth, a little bit. Maybe a little bit of a smirk or something. I don't know. A little bit of an open mouth. I haven't really figured out the lips, to be honest. Oops. Let me fix that nose a little bit. Okay. So if I do it with more energy, then it'll likely go better. Oh. Mm-hmm. This is kind of a weird one. I don't know. It's hard to do that hair properly because I don't like it. It's hard to draw something when you don't like it because your body is telling you, nah, I don't really like the way that looks. Okay. He's such like I don't know, he's kind of like a giant meathead in a lot of ways during a lot of the storyline, which is kind of funny to me. Oh wait, pointy ears. Don't forget the pointy ears. Question, please stop pressing Control Z and just redraw the entire thing. Well, that's what I do when I'm working traditionally. You should see my sketchbook. It's amazing. It's just tons of the same drawings over and over again. No, actually, it's usually not because I usually do a lot better traditionally. But, you know, we'll see. I'm telling you, the better I get, the less I start pressing it. I already feel like I'm pressing it less than I did on the first drawing. So there we go. I think he can, I don't know. We're just going to put some random scars and things for fun. Just to add to a little bit. Okay, so there we can have his hair is kind of spiky and weird. I don't know. There, I think that one turned out better than the last, definitely. Did you struggle? Oh, I'm sorry. This is a question by Mr. Gutsy. He asked, did you struggle to become accustomed to drawing digitally? And do you have any tips for making the transition? Yeah, I struggle, definitely. The main thing to struggle with is obviously drawing on tablet feels very weird. If you're like me, when you have a sketchbook, you move it around a little bit. You know, you're always rotating it, at least I did. So it took me a long time to get used to drawing on something without moving it around at all. Because obviously you can't rotate a tablet because it just will blow your brain away. Your brain won't be able to comprehend when the lines are still going a different direction every time you change it. So it's a little tough. I think I also saw a question about what program I'm using, and this is Painter 12. I like using it. No particular reason, just the interface is enjoyable to me. Nothing special. Okay. So I already feel like this face was a good improvement over the last one. This kind of looks like it could be a comic book type look, right? Here I go. I'm ready to get a job at Marvel now. Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're ready. We're working now. I don't know why there's like 100 lines here. All right, there we go. Now accepting job applications. Feel free to call me. I will do your covers, Marvel, if you want. Ain't gonna be some penciler though. None of that nonsense. I wanna go for the big job or go home. Okay. I might as well give him a little pupil. There we go. Now he's actually looking at stuff. He's doing all kinds of stuff. We want to give him more scars. He's got scars everywhere. Yeah, now he's all hardcore. Okay. So that's an improvement, I think. Obviously, it's way better than this garbage. In fact, I hate this one so much, I'm just going to get rid of it because it's ruining my page. Ruining my day. There we go. Now I feel better. Now we're getting somewhere. Okay, let's try another one from a different angle. I don't know what angle. Something different, though. But first, let me just check the chat real fast. Suggestion, more pronounced eyebrow. Maybe. Trying to think. I don't know. Challenge, draw Hulk in 1 minute. Well, I can't refuse a challenge. Do I have to draw him without looking at reference? Okay, here we go. Someone time me. Where's the timer? Okay, let me know. Let me know when a minute's up. Here, I guess I go. Okay. What do I know about the Hulk? He's got like a little nose. Okay. That is not how his nose looks at all. Oh no, we're messing up. Oh god, we're running out of time. What does his nose look like? I don't know. Okay. It's fine. Gonna have a big head. Obviously, kind of looks very similar to this character I already made, so that's the good side. I think I'm making the Jolly Green Giant instead. That's fine. Let it rock. No, that's not what he looks like. Oh, God. Wait, he's got like a... Damn it. Hold on. How much time do I got left? Do I got enough time to start over? Oh, I don't... Okay. Big head. No eyebrows, right? I don't know. Let's make it fast. We're gonna bang it out. Okay, nope. He should be screaming though. What am I doing? Like, no. Okay, damn it. Okay, great. Failing at this challenge horribly. Well, did I lose? I think I lost. I think I lost. I think I lost a while ago. I definitely lost. Well, I don't remember what the... Okay. Just remember he has like a really dumb forehead. At least in some of the comics. Like, it's really giant. Like, he can kind of look like this. This is a very interpretive version of him. That's not what he looks like, though. Obviously, he needs, like, little tiny beady eyes. This looks more like Frankenstein, actually. Oh, wow. It's Frankenstein. There, I did it. That's what you wanted, right? I'll just pretend it is. No one can read the chat. It's fine. It's great. Okay, never mind. I failed. I'm not good at likenesses. I think we've established that by now. Challenge. Draw a saber from Fate Zero. Never heard of it. So, no. You got nothing. I'm not going to do anyone I've never heard of. Okay, let's try another Guts. It's got to be, like, angry or something. Needs to be, like, a classic Guts face. Just looking down, all angry. I don't think that nose is right, though. Okay. I think I'm making it way too exaggerated, but that's okay. Let's see how it goes, actually. Let me try it. Okay. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Un momento, por favor. One second. I will get back to your challenges in a moment. I just wanted to see if I could... I gotta start speeding up, though. I feel like I'm drawing way too slow in general, which is always a bad sign. The faster I draw, the better I draw. I know some people will say that's stupid. I don't care. When I'm drawing fast, I feel like I'm drawing but good. Okay. So, yeah, whatever. Okay, let me try again. So someone I did here wants me to challenge me to draw a female version of our Guts right here. So I'm down for that. Let's see how it goes. This will be a good test because I'm actually not sure. I'm not sure at all. So, okay, we're going to have to think a little bit about female features. So we're going to make the head a little softer. Obviously, the main thing we want to do is get rid of the hard angles of things. We can make the nose a little more round. Um, Obviously, we gotta try to plump up the lips or something. Oh no, I don't like that mouth though. Okay, hold on. Still gotta have the same features, so let's have the scar. Eyebrows are gonna be a big factor here. We're gonna make them smaller. And obviously we can give eyelashes. This guy is gonna be closed for sure. Actually, we can kind of see. I gave the nose a very masculine bridge, but we can actually kind of make it more feminine by making it a little tinier like that. I don't know. It's hard to say. So little tricks like that might help us. Okay. Oh, hold on. Hold on, we'll figure it out. It's gonna take a couple Control Z's to get this working. Bear with me. Obviously, the chin is not gonna work like this, so we're gonna need to make it a little more, a little softer, a little rounder. We don't want to lose it too much though. Okay. Round out the jawbone just a little bit. Make the neck a little smaller. All the basic tricks. Let's draw the other eye real fast. She needs like a cigar or something. It looks like she's smoking something. Maybe she could just have a little toothpick. Oh, she's not angry. That's another problem. Our guts is so angry. See if we can anger her up a bit. Okay. Hold on, we're gonna get there. The note, I mean, obviously there's not a huge difference when it comes to things like ears. You can make them a little pointier, a little whatever, but I don't know if there's any difference between a guy ear and a girl ear, to be honest. If there is, whatever. I'm sure someone will leave a comment and tell me all about the differences in gender ears. Okay. Let's just add some like scars or something. I don't know. Let's make it a little more interesting. I'm gonna angry up this other eye a little bit. I can use a little extra anger on it. I'm gonna close this eye too. This eye should be closed because it doesn't exist. So let's do that real fast. Oh man, I don't. That does not look good though when I try to angry up that one. Okay, that's fine. Let's figure it out real fast. What would female Guts' hair look like? Just a little bit more longer and flowy? I don't really know. It's kind of hard to figure out. She does look pretty badass, right? I guess the hair could technically be very similar, but we gotta like change it just a little bit somehow. Like maybe it's I don't know. I don't have a great idea. I mean, we could make it like a little bun in the back or something. Something silly. This is not looking like it at all. This is looking super weird. Okay. I lost it somewhere. I had it and I lost it. The nose is probably still a bit too strong. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I don't know. It kind of looks like a female version of the guy. It's kind of. Or either that or just a young version of him. I don't know, but still the same level of haggardness. Anyway, so that was something. You can decide if I beat the challenge or not. Ah. Anyway, let's get back to doing something great. Let's get back to making a memory. Is this ear too low? Now that I look at it, it might be a little low. Oh well, I don't really care. This is just a throwaway. Okay. Um, what else can we draw real fast? Maybe I should try some poses. Kevin Moody has a question for me. What's the hardest facial feature for you to capture? And that is 100%, I would say, the nose. I think the nose can be very hard. I don't know. It depends because I feel like there's sometimes, especially when it comes to doing likenesses, like I can draw a nose just fine. You can do it any stupid, silly way. Uh, but to do likenesses and get specific noses right, for some reason, I find that kind of difficult. I don't know why. Because I can draw noses from imagination just fine, but noses from reference, ugh, can't do that at all. But I've been practicing that a lot actually. It's one of the things I've been focusing on is improving my noses from reference. So we'll see. I think eyes are, I don't know, they finding out how strong you want to make them can be a little challenging because obviously there's a lot of relatability and personality in the eyes. But I feel like they're still easier just from the standpoint of them being a simpler three-dimensional object because obviously they're just kind of a sphere and then some flaps over it, and I feel like that's a simpler object than a nose, which can be very complicated. But to each their own. So that's my answer for that one. And just as a little update on what's been going on, since this is like a weekly kind of catch up with everyone, we get to chat, get to shoot things off, see how it's going. I have a lot of videos planned for this week, and we'll see how many of them I get done. But I've already started a few videos, and hopefully I get them finished. So in the next week, you can expect hopefully a monthly inspiration, hopefully an episode of Artcraft, which is fun, and hopefully, well, not hopefully, for sure, tomorrow, I will be putting up the first episode of Hot Paint, which is the podcast I am doing with my friend. It's a podcast about the adventure of opening up a unique, not a unique, but the adventure of opening up a retail art gallery. So it's going to be amusing, and I don't know where it's going to go, but it will definitely be a trip. We'll get all kinds of drama, I'm sure. So that's it. That's gonna be up tomorrow. I hope that works out. I hope you guys enjoy. I don't think it's super fun yet, but it's definitely something that will pick up steam. And I'll probably have to find another place to host it. I don't want to be clogging my YouTube channel with podcasts. That's stupid. So I got to figure out where to upload podcasts and, get into that whole scene. And hopefully it will work out. But that's just going to be a fun thing. It's designed to be something to listen to while you draw. Because personally, I liked listening to podcasts while I do studies. If I'm not listening to music, I'm listening to podcasts. And I think that's a fun thing to do when you're just drawing away mindlessly. Helps pass the time. So, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. There aren't that many podcasts for artists about art stuff. So, yeah. Great. All right. Question: can you do a sketch of a person laughing and showing teeth? I find it difficult to draw open mouths. Yeah, sure, I can try. You know what I always found difficult early on was doing smiles. So for instance, let me just make a fat face real fast. So let's say you have like a person. I'm just going to see there's eyes and there's some nose. I used to find it very difficult in my style to do a good smile. Like obviously that's a smile. It's a very simple one. But, to do like something with like a lot of dimples and everything, although it doesn't seem as hard. I don't know why it doesn't seem as hard now, because I just kind of go overboard on one side and then go overboard on the other side as well. And you can kind of just view it like in a very painterly way, and it's not that bad. And I do stuff like that where it's just kind of fun, and you can see instantly they feel very happy. You can scrunch up the nose a little if you need to. And probably you would have a narrower looking chin because they'd probably be facing downward from this angle anyway. So you can see that's kind of that's not what you were asking for. I know. I just wanted to show that because I used to struggle with that. I mean, it's a little bit of what you were asking for, but you want to see something, I think, with a lot more open mouthness, so even wider. So I would keep similar things. Like obviously, if something's smiling really fast, you think of like the old emoticon where it's just like this or something. So you always want the eyes to be closed because this actually is a good representation of what your eyes might look like. So let's try again. This person's gonna have their eyes closed, and let's pretend they're kind of their heads facing upward, maybe. Okay. So I'm gonna do some nostrils because we're looking upward at their whole situation here. Just a good excuse to practice my noses really fast. Okay. And let's try to do like a really exaggerated, like laughing kind of thing going on. Because I don't know if I'll be able to do it right. We're gonna feel it out together. Um, Actually, I'm making it a little too close to the nose. Let me make it a little farther down like this. So, obviously, just from the eye expression, when I open up a mouth, it's gonna look like hopefully, it's gonna look like they're happy and smiling. But it might not. Um, and someone is asking a question on what podcasts do I listen to. I'm a big fan of Comedy Button and also My Brother and Me. Those are my two favorites for. They've been my favorites for a while. I haven't really gone out and found many new ones. I just really like those ones. So obviously you can show some teeth in here if you need to. This actually looks like a person's doing a dentist exam. So let me get rid of that because let me keep with the shape of the face. So let's pretend we're really looking up or they have their head tilted back. So we're going to shorten the forehead a bunch, you see? Now that suddenly and we can kind of bring things down this way. And, then have our neck or whatever. And you can lower the ears because the head's tilted the other way. So let's see if we can find a good facial mouth expression for all this. It still looks like they're yawning to me. Okay, let me think. I'm just making a lot of yawning people. Okay, let's get some heavier lines going on. Okay, we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure it out together, guys. It's gonna be a journey. Oops. Still, I don't know if this is open. Whatever. I guess you can kind of twist the mouth a little bit if you wanted, just to kind of show some teeth. It's kind of, when you twist the mouth in fun ways, it makes it feel fun, even though it's silly. Like, that might not be realistic at all. People get emotion from how you draw something. If you draw something and you're feeling very sad, your lines tend to look a little more sad. I don't know. I'm a big fan of the energy that you make something with will kind of affect how it looks. I learned that from Jackson Pollock. That's what I took away from his work. It's like, hey, there's emotion and stuff, right? I did a whole video on that. So I don't like that chin, but it's kind of okay, right? It's like a laughing person. They're happy. They're having a good time. You can make it exaggerated or whatever you want to do. I hope that helped. I don't know. Anyway, it's a little detour. By the way, you can look at these great exaggerations of heads facing down or facing upward. You see how I'll make the forehead really giant on this one. And I'll make the ears way up here. And then you're getting... This is like a great example of how much the face can like shift in shape depending on the angle you're viewing it from. So we kind of like to exaggerate those things a lot just to make things even better. Just go heavy on the exaggerations. Doesn't matter. Okay. Anyway, got our guts here. Got guts. We got female guts. Maybe we should mess around with some poses or something. Yeah, I didn't actually draw the upper lip right here, but I don't know. Doesn't matter that much. You don't have to draw whatever you feel like. I would probably, honestly, from this angle, I might even raise the nose a bit more. Might even make it higher up. But, you know, it doesn't matter. I don't want to waste too much time on it. As I continue to waste time on it while saying that. Okay, anyway. It's fun to draw, right? I don't know. I can just keep drawing the same face and just changing little things, and it's like having a conversation with the drawing. You're just, oh, now you're angry, now you're happy. Look, if I move your eyebrow, it's like you have a slightly different expression. It's like a little animation that's going on inside your head. Now you're sad. Look how sad you are, because I'm drawing in a very sad lines. They're very light and depressing feeling. See, they're wobbly like this. So now you look extra sad. Versus like when you're going crazy and it's just like, bah, ha, ha, energetic, you're happy, you're having fun. Look, you can look at, there's a couple lines and then they look like happy lines to me. Okay. Let's try again. Let's do something. Ooh, there's another question. Where do you get ideas? This is by Susan Alex. Do you do people sketching? I do people sketching. And I don't really get ideas from that though. I don't know. To me, I do people sketching as a challenge because I'm terrible at it. But I wouldn't say it's how I get any ideas. I feel like I'm so wrapped up on trying to capture likenesses that I tend to not have the same energy that I normally have. So I don't feel like I get good ideas from it. I don't know. My face ideas just come from drawing something enough, because I can just sit here and draw 1,000 faces and just make, like I said, like it's like having a little conversation, just changing little things. And that's where kind of ideas come from, because happy little accidents and that sort of stuff. It's like, huh, maybe I can make the lips like super giant this time, you know? You just keep messing with stuff. And sometimes you get stuff you like and you keep coming back to it. So, you know, yay. Yay for art. Okay, anyway. There we go. I think... Oh, hold on. Okay, let's get back to some guts and... What angle would be good? Actually, let me see if I could add the head and add some armor. So let me try another guts head. If I can. Let me draw from the front. Because my front one was terrible. Bordering on awful. And you guys can... You guys can see how it goes. There's a lot of people doing challenges in the comments right now. I'm sorry, in the chat right now, I should say. I might attempt them if they're super short, but if it's gonna take minutes, like a few minutes, then I'm not gonna do it. Oh, you guys want to see baby guts? Is that a real request? You want me to turn guts into a baby? I can try this. This actually might be a good experiment. A lot of people have trouble drawing younger faces, you know? Some people have trouble doing like age differences, young, old. So we're gonna take this face and we made it a female kind of version. Now we're gonna try making it a baby. I'm gonna get rid of this nose. Sorry, nose. Sorry, nose fans everywhere. Today is not your day. Okay. Let me see if I can do this real fast. So, in order to draw a baby, let me think real fast. Gonna make the head extra big. I don't know why. The eyes are generally giant. And, because they don't grow. So that's gonna be a challenge, actually. And the nose is gonna be super tiny and buttony. So he's gonna have a little button nose. I think. I don't know if this is gonna work or not. We're gonna. I've certainly never tried anything like this before, so I don't know what's gonna happen. Okay. I don't know what a baby neck looks like, to be honest. I guess it would be small. Small and weak. Not capable of supporting the baby's giant head. Okay. What do baby ears, I think, are pretty small. Unlike eyeballs, which never grow, ears grow your whole life. They never stop growing. So old people, you can give them giant ears. But young people, you give them tiny ears. Why not? Let's make them real tiny, just for fun. Oh, I forgot to make them pointy. Oops. A little bit of pointiness, because Guts has pointy ears. And if people are wondering why do I keep saying Guts, or why do people in the chat, that's because that's the name of this character. He's the main character from Berserk. Okay, I made his head maybe possibly too big, if that is even a real thing that's possible to do. I can make his cheeks. See, babies have a lot of like chubbiness, so you can add kind of, I don't know. You can make everything kind of round. Got chubby cheeks. It's not quite a baby though. It looks more like a toddler, maybe. We'll see. We'll see how it looks once I add eyes and things. Okay. Let's see. Babies, I don't know. Baby eyebrows are kind of like not very strong, if they even have them. Okay. And the baby's missing an eye because whatever, it's Guts. I made his head probably too big. I don't know. Let's try. We'll keep messing with it for a little bit. So babies, yeah, not much on the eyebrows, right? I don't know. If there's any babies in the chat, feel free to go to bed because this is not a chat for babies. And let's see. I don't even know how to do this eye. How do I make this eye look like Guts' eye? It's got to be giant. I know that much. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. This is definitely a challenge. I will hand it to you. You guys have come up with a challenge for sure. Okay. I'm trying not to get too much creasing going on because obviously it's a baby. Not a baby, but a little baby, little gutsy baby. He still has to have the scar on his nose at least, right? Yeah. Okay, and unlike the last one, I think we got to make his hair kind of messy in the front. It won't be as this definitely looks more like toddler now that I look at it, but that's okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, we're making it. We're doing it. It's coming out, I'm telling you. So I hope you guys are learning a lot about drawing little kids. He does look like a little kid, so that's good. Obviously, we can make the pupil bigger on this one instead of the tiny little beady eyes. Just makes it seem more innocent. Mm. Ah, whatever. It's fine. Ooh, get it. Get it. There, you can get a couple little scars because you're a little baby guts. All right. I think that we're pretty much done with that one. Does he look like a child version of that guy? I think it does. You want to give it a couple more little scars? I can bring some hair down, I think, in front, just to add to it. Maybe not. I don't know. Okay, so it's not quite baby guts, but it is toddler guts. It sounds wrong to say those words. It needs a little sword. A little wooden sword. Okay, forget it. All right. Okay. So let's see what else. You're saying marker marks as scars, but it's not like I could render that properly with just using a black and white drawing. There's no way to tell if that's a marker mark or what is. I mean, I guess you can say it might be marker marks. But whatever. We'll let it slide for now. Okay. Anyway. What else we got? Uh, okay. There, he's got marker marks for scars. That'll make you feel better. Okay. What else do we want to do real fast? Let's see. This stream has not gone how I expected it to go. I was expecting to do some pretty good Guts fan art. And probably some painting. We haven't really done any painting, have we? That's okay. Yeah, now we'll draw Guts as Guts. So there we go. It's a Bob Meatbag joke, apparently. We're drawing Guts as everything else. And we'll just draw Guts as Guts. There. Are you happy? Are you happy that what we've come to now? All right. Draw some poses. Okay. Let's do it. It's a good idea. Cynics, draw Puck from Berserk. That's a request. I always like the little. I don't remember. It's been so long. He has like a little version that they sometimes draw. It's like a chibi version. I don't remember what he looks like though. I like the little one because it was just like literally like this, and it's just like hee, floating around and stuff. With little wings or something. I don't actually remember what he looked like. It's been way too long. This is definitely, now you can tell we're drawing Berserk because we got the little fairy there, which the fairy is not in any of the anime though, so it's too bad. All right, let's do a couple quick poses to see how it goes. So generally, when I want to do poses, I try to do them as small as I can. I guess Psyker likes to call them crickets or something silly like that. I don't know. But yeah, we call them thumbnails here. This is a professional art stream. We call these things thumbnails. So let's make some thumbnails. I'm trying to think of what would be an awesome, super sweet pose. Uh-huh. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Sorry, I'm being quiet. I'm concentrating on my posing. Whatever we pose, whatever we do, we're gonna need to give him like a giant sword. A sword that's so long that I can't possibly render it in the thumbnails. It'll just have to extend into our imagination. Like this. Oops. Okay. Let's see. You can have one leg over here. And gotta do something slightly dynamic, right? I don't like this though. See, this is boring. This is like a boring way to do the legs, where they're just like kind of spread out. So let me think real fast. What's something fun we can do? It's like he's walking or something. Should be looking at Dark Souls or something. It's very Berserk style art. What? I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, I'm getting away from my proportions because I'm trying to have fun. Let me do a different one. This whole pose is just boring. Let's draw. I always, for some reason, when I'm doing these, I always start with the head. I don't know why. It's a horrible habit. And I just kind of do the rest. So we can draw like a real strong guy here. It's like you get the torso down, then maybe you add some shoulder area or something. I gotta work on my strong guys, like I said. It's definitely not my specialty. I'm just gonna exaggerate. The best way I find to learn things is to exaggerate them as much as possible. So if you want to learn, say, I don't know, skin tones, then you just exaggerate them for a while. You just exaggerate the colors of everything. If you want to learn, noses or something, you just do everything in super exaggerated fashion. So it's like, oh, there's a nose, just make everything super exaggerated. And you'll tend to get a little better at it, I think. So I'm exaggerating this guy. He's got like a tiny head and making his, body giant or whatever. I don't know. See, and these are proportions that I wouldn't normally do. So that's why it's kind of amusing. But on that hand, I'm still being super boring with the pose. So let's go back a little. Gotta at least like put some leg movement in, right? Something needs to be happening. Oops, let me get get away. Okay. I find it very challenging to draw things in boring ways because I find them very hard to look at. I just want to draw fun, dynamic stuff all day. Even if something doesn't have a... I don't know. Oops, this got all muddled, but whatever. I don't think it's very readable. Um, yeah, it's I don't know. Poses are really weird to me lately. All I want to do is draw stuff that's extreme perspective, so it's just going crazy away from the camera or toward the camera. And I have trouble getting motivated to do poses that don't involve that. So it's tough. I don't know. Oops, what is that? It's got an extra toe or something. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's be honest. Come on. I want to pretend. Okay. Ooh. I need to do. I can't do it right now on stream, but I do need to do some. Maybe some heavy, some big strong guy animations. Because remember that last video, the little stream where I said animations are a good way to learn anatomy and kind of practice it. So I do need to practice more of it. Let's see if I could do like a side view or something. I'm just curious. So let's just draw giant, some kind of giant muscles or something. I don't know. And then let's hunch the head forward just a little. Maybe we can show some muscles, like that, right? Oops, I'm drawing over our poor little baby there. So not bad. Well, I can't do the head because this other drawing's in the way. So let's just do the rest of it. So let's see, we got a shoulder blade. We can focus on the simple shapes. We can curve it down a bit. A little bit of collar area. I don't know. My arm is ruining all my tangents. That's what happens when you don't plan ahead. You just get tangents that are getting ruined everywhere. So my tangents are terrible, you see? So this would never be like a pose I would use because of these tangents everywhere. Just clashing with each other. But whatever. We hint at a shoulder here. It's like a very twisting pose, you see? It's like twisting around. Holding his arm close. Maybe if we draw another arm like out here, it'll make more sense. I don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard to say until you do it. Well, whatever, anatomy. I'm gonna clean this up a bit. Get away from the baby. Okay, there we go. Let's get to some clean area over here. Oh, the Skull Knight? The Skull Knight's awesome. I love that he can just tear through dimensions and stuff. But let me think. He's pretty much all armor, right? Hold on. Oops. Let's see if we can find anything. Yeah, he's got like the crazy just armor everywhere. Look at that. Just an awesome statue thing. There's him and his horse. Guys, remember that? And those big shoulder pads. Okay. Let's see what we can do. Hope some pure F. Okay. I'm making. All right. See if we can figure him out real fast. I'll try to do a thumbnail based on him, or a cricket, whatever you want to say. So, obviously, his head's kind of like a skull. He looks like a Terminator from far away. I just realized. And the main thing is he's got like the spiky thing all around his head. So I don't even know the proper way to showcase that, to be honest. He's got shoulder pads for days. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna take that down for a bit. It's too distracting when I have a reference. Let's just see what we can do. So I can draw a skull from my visual memory, I think. Let's see. Obviously, I did a bunch of them the other day. Should be able to. Doesn't mean I can. Whatever. It's all kinds of messed up. And he's got like a little row of horns all around his head. Okay. I don't know. Something like that. There, that's all it takes. You just draw a skull and then you add a little row. Suddenly it's a character. Oops. Okay. What a great character I have made. Then he has more spikes everywhere else around him. Actually, these ones are tinier. I mean, they're thinner, not tinier. You probably won't be able to see his face because it's hidden behind a giant wall of collar and horns. Oops. Okay. Basically, there's just horns everywhere. And I don't even know. And giant shoulders and things. What an exciting character. I do like the character though, as much as I'm being sarcastic about it. Cynics, do you work for a company or do you work on your own? I just work on my own. I do my best not to work for any companies because I am a horrible employee. So I do my best to just work for myself and I do what I can. I have a part time job that lets me have some free time most days of the week to just have fun and play with art and go on adventures and go landscape painting and do all that great stuff and try all sorts of new things. So that's pretty much it. I don't really want to get a job in art, at least not for other people. Man, what am I doing? Does he look happy? He does look a little happy. It's the face. Can't help it. All my skulls look so happy. Okay, what else can we do real fast? Do you work at Costco? I wish. Man, do you know how many berry smoothies I would drink every day if I worked at Costco? Do you know how many churros I would eat every day? I would just be... I would be living high on the hog on churros and berry smoothies. I don't think I'd probably be dead by now. Just overdosed. Sorry, I don't know what I'm drawing. I was just making random stuff while I read the chat. My bad. I might as well finish it, right? Look at this guy. He's doing stuff. He's going places in life. Squinty eyes and all. Such a cliche Senex character. See, this is what my guys normally look like. Not exactly threatening. They all look like old Asian men. And you can give them like hipster hair. Then they're like old Asian men plus hipster hair equals that's me. That's how you sum up my style. That's the thing. I think that's the best way to sum it up. All right. A challenge. Color everything you have drawn already. Ooh. Okay. No. But I will try to color something since you guys asked so nicely. Yeah, the woman version of Guts does look a bit like Casca. Oh well. It's fine. She has a very similar haircut to Guts. Obviously, she admires him so much. Because he's so cool. Okay. Actually, instead of coloring something, let's see how quickly I can paint a quick face. Let's pretend we're using actual... Whoa, wrong brush. This one. There we go. Okay. See if we can make a quick little painting or something. Mm-hmm. All right. What's a good color? I should do some brighter light on this side. Some reds. Get some color variations going real fast. Some reds. Oh, I like that. That's a good red. Maybe a little bounce light on one side. Hmm. Let's see. Okay. Oh man. We're gonna do this fast and then we're wrapping up. Someone give me a time limit. Okay. This is not the color I want. Mm-hmm. Challenge. How about trying to draw a face upside down? I've actually done that. Did I not do that on stream? I don't actually remember. I've done that a lot actually. It's a good challenge and I recommend everyone tries to do that. In fact, go out today everyone. Go draw a face upside down. You'll find it's helpful. It's a good thing to do. All right. Let's keep going. Obviously, we got to desaturate the bottom part of the face. Let's bring in a little bit of bluish tones if we can. Not quite blue, but you know, a little bit of gray, a little desaturation. Challenge. Say happy birthday to Tom Siney? Siney? Happy birthday, Tom Siney. I don't know. There you go. Oh, it is someone's birthday. That's awesome. Feel free to request something. Since it's your special day, maybe I will draw something. Oops. Okay. Ahem. Do 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 do. Oops, that doesn't look right at all. Okay, need this color. First live stream. What time is it, Cynics? It looks like it's 1:40, which means I've been doing this for way too long. I definitely need to wrap it up. Okay, let's see how quickly I can keep cranking out this face. Let me get a better color. Huh. Doesn't quite look right. Once again, struggling with the nose, as always. I find noses to be... It's really difficult. I don't know. I don't know why. Noses are just my weakness. All right. Okay. Sorry, I'm getting quiet. I'm trying to be fast. Ignoring my poor little chat. Where do you live, Cynics? I live in sunny Southern California. And if anyone wants to visit, I will gladly invite you to come do stuff. You can join my figure drawing. You can come do a sketch group. Let me know if you're visiting, especially from another country. You want to check out Southern California. Maybe you come to visit Disneyland. We're trying to get our gallery space opened, and we'll be having fun stuff there all the time. And hopefully I get to meet some cool people. Okay. I can get some more right. Man, and what did I do to this nose? It looks horrible. It's like splattered everywhere. Oh well, whatever. It's a good color. This is okay. That'll work. Sometimes I'd like to just get rid of all the whole eye area. Just get some shading in. Get the right colors in. Kind of block it out in this way. And then I can go back in. Well, let me do a little more. And then I can go back in and add some eyelids. Need a slightly thicker brush. Slightly redder tone. It's hard to get just the right size. Okay. And then I can add just a little bit of lightness to the eye. Make it work. Hopefully. This brush is not cutting it. It's too small. It's not making lines anymore. Oh well. We tried. Obviously, we can keep messing with this face for as long as we want, but I probably should just wrap it up wrap it up. Let's add a little bit of something though. Maybe some eyebrows. A little more brown. Not my tempo. There we go. Oops, still not my tempo. Okay, there we go. That's okay-ish. I don't know how I feel about that one. Man, I wish this brush worked at smaller sizes. For some reason it doesn't. Contact your local painter office. Ask them why it doesn't work. Anyway, what am I doing here? Why is it so easy to waste all my time painting? That's what I want to know. I could do this forever. I could do these streams forever, man. Just never get tired. Okay. Anyway, I'm obviously losing all my steam. So I better wrap it up before it goes on too long. So anyway, that's how you make a quick face. I don't know what this had to do with anything. Why are we making a face? I don't know. Just for fun, I guess. So there we go. We've constructed a face without reference, just for fun. And it's a pretty good way to draw. I don't know. I don't like this chin at all. Doesn't quite look right. Okay, whatever. You get the idea. So anyway, tomorrow we are going to put up well, I should say I am going to put up a podcast on this channel, and all the podcasts in the future might be somewhere else. I don't really know. Haven't decided yet. But you can check it out, give the feedback. It won't be too great, I don't think, because we're still just kind of figuring it out. But that's why it's good to give feedback. I think everything starts off a little rough, and then it just gets hopefully more and more awesome as time goes on. But it should be amusing. It should be worth looking into. So I think that's gonna wrap it up. I don't really know what I'm doing with that. I can make him look like Guts real fast, can I? No? Maybe not. Try to copy what I already established. Let's see. Do some dark kind of scarry tissue going on. Obviously this size doesn't need to be here at all. And this brow should have been way more angrier if we wanted to look like that. Let's just kind of try to copy it real fast. Okay. Well, obviously the pose is way different, so it doesn't matter that much. Looks like a clown. Okay, never mind. I don't even want to try to bother doing that. That is a lot of effort that is not going to pay off. I will come back to my my guts fan art, and I will do it in a proper way. It will be a proper video with some proper arts and all that stuff, you know. But it was good that I got to, you know, at least practice a little bit, show you the process on stream. This is like a garbagey thing. I don't even like this at all. So this guy would probably just go in the trash bin. You know, we learned a little bit from it, but overall, whatever. So anyway, any last questions? Let's see. Did anything crazy happen on the stream? No, not really. I'm actually going to go watch a movie real fast, and then I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to wake up. I'm going to add a podcast. I'm going to edit it down. I'm going to upload a podcast on here. God, that looks... I don't like this face. Go away. There we go. I feel better already. I could leave the top. I was okay with that part. And I'm just gonna relax for a bit, and I'm probably gonna do a lot more art tomorrow. So I hope you guys are doing art as well. Maybe as you're listening to this at a future time, you're making some art, doing some faces, having a good time. And I will talk to you guys next week. Thanks once again to all the Patreon people for supporting me, and it's pretty awesome. So that's gonna be it, and stay wonderful. Where is my guy? There you are. All right, see you everyone.